Welcome to today's FCE video. Here we will look at an exam which I took from the Cambridge English website, sample papers. The link is below the video. So this is a real FCE exam, question 1, multiple choice. I hope you can see that what's really required in this exam is a good knowledge of prepositions, phrasal verbs and collocations, especially those three, but also linking words and some other aspects as well. So let's look at 0 on the first question. This text is about travelling. So we have 4 choices: called, named, referred and known. And the first sentence, for Nigel Portman, a love of travelling began with what's a gap year. Now I hope many of you already know the answer. We can learn the answer anyway from the process of elimination. If we try and use the verb know, to be known needs the preposition as. It is known as, he is known as a good man, she is known as an intelligent lady. Refer also needs a preposition, to be referred to. He is referred to as, so 2 prepositions. So it doesn't work in this sentence. So it must be called or named. Now, named is actually a mistake, and it's a very typical mistake. It is named. We say it's called. He is called, she is called, and with what's called, a gap year, yeah? Okay, so look at number 1 now. In common with many other British teenagers, he chose to take a year out before. Now we look at number 1, which is at the bottom of the text. Now we've got 4 phrasal verbs. Before settling down to study for his degree, before getting up to study for his degree, before taking over to study for his degree, and before holding back to study for his degree. Now, I hope again the answer is quite clear here. Only one of them really works in its meaning. To hold something back, it means to not reveal something, which perhaps you should. So you could hold back a secret, or you could hold back information, but you don't hold back to study for something. You don't take over to study for something. Take over is for a business, when a business takes over one of its rivals, or maybe somebody comes into your classroom and takes over. It just means that they become like a boss or a leader, and they take control of the class. Okay, get up is usually used in the mornings when you get out of bed. You get up. There aren't really many other meanings of get up, and it's you just certainly don't get up to study for your degree unless you mean get up in the morning. And settle down is what works here. You settle down when you decide to live somewhere for a long period of time. That's when you settle down, when you choose to live in that place for a long period of time. So you could settle down with your family. Maybe you've just got married and you decide to settle down in a new town. Or you could settle down to study for your degree. It just means you decide to stay at that university for some time. Okay, let's come on to number 2. After doing various jobs to some money. So to achieve some money, to raise some money, to advance some money, to win some money. Now, you don't do a job to win some money. I hope all of you recognize that. You don't really advance some money unless you give someone some money in advance. That's perhaps how you could use advance with money. You could give someone an advance, give them money before they've actually earned it. You can certainly raise some money. This was in the collocations video, and you raise money for charity. And you don't achieve some money. You can achieve your goals, you can achieve your aims, but you don't achieve some money. Okay, so it must be raised for number 2. For number 3, the more adventurous the young person, the challenge. Okay, the stronger the challenge, the wider the challenge, the greater the challenge, the deeper the challenge. We need a collocation here which works with challenge, and this did come up in the collocations video. The best word here is the greater the challenge, because we don't talk about strong challenges, we don't talk about wide challenges, we don't talk about deep challenges. We can talk about deep knowledge, we could talk about a wide circle of friends, we could talk about a strong interest in something, or a great interest in something, that works too. But here, the greater the challenge. Okay. On to question 4. I hope you watched the collocations video where I explained that we don't put ourselves a challenge, we don't aim ourselves a challenge, we don't place ourselves a challenge, but we set ourselves challenges. Okay? We aim at our goals or at our enemies if we have a gun. We use other collocations with place. We can place an object on the table, certainly, and we can put an object on the table. Okay, on to number 5. We have result in, lead in, cause in, and create in. Now, only one of these is okay. I hope you can recognize that things result in. This is a noun and a preposition phrase. It results in a thirst for adventure. It can result in a thirst for adventure. It can lead to a thirst for adventure. So lead is possible with lead to. It can cause a thirst for adventure, no preposition, or it can create a thirst for adventure. Again, no preposition. So result is the only possibility, the only correct possibility. Number 6, now that his university course has come to an end, turned to an end, reached to an end, brought to an end, I hope you can hear that come to an end is the correct answer. But this did come up in our collocations videos as well. So it's an expression, the lesson comes to an end.